got to go over Pudgy Penguins here. As you can see, we're down almost 10% in the last 7 days on Pudgy Penguins, and currently for the 24-hour period, about 2%. So we're looking towards another pullback here inside of Pudgy Penguins, but I'm going to talk about that. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but let's hop straight into it, guys. So like I was mentioning before, we're looking forward to some pulling back here. This rising wedge, you can see we've actually broken down to the downside with this rising wedge, and also Bitcoin seems to be almost moving to the downside with its falling wedge or rising wedge as well. So we'll see if that happens. But back on Pudgy Penguins here, this here is the percent hour trend exhaustion. We are noticing that the long-term trend is starting to trend upwards here on the percent hour trend exhaustion, and the short-term trend is moving up. But look, the second this starts to move down, it's going to be just like this right here. It's going to be the same type of downfall, just like that. So what did it look like here? It looked like us going from 0.0118 all the way down to 0.0103. So it was a pretty significant drop if you look at it from percentage wise. Like percentage wise, we had a 13.46% drop from the top up here to the bottom. 13% drop. So that was still pretty significant, and there's a possibility that that could be forming up again right now. It literally looks the exact same. The short-term trend broke way past the long-term trend, and now what we're seeing here is almost the same what happened before. So if this happens again, I think this drop would take us a little bit further down. So let's take this from the highs up here all the way down here to these supports. It would be 13%, just like before, to 0.009. So I think this could be the drop that brings Pudgy Penguins down to my target price of 0.008. And this will go down to like 0.009. But yeah, I think this is going to happen sooner rather than later. But look, if you take all the way over here, this percentage gain thing, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna call it the percentage gain thing. But if you take it and you bring it all the way up here to the top, you can see the percentage that you can actually get from Pudgy Penguins just from getting in all the way down here. So from there up to 0.013, well, technically 0.014, we're looking at 72%. But if we do all the way up to 1.4, we're looking at 75. So 75% gain from 0.008 all the way up to 0.0014. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I think that we could be seeing something like that coming pretty soon, like a bottom followed by a huge pump and then another crash, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of volatility here. And I feel like Bitcoin is also creating a double bottom, which is bullish, but I think it's only going to be temporarily bullish before the next dump. Well, like let's say you had $5,000 multiplied by 1.75, because that is 8,700. So yeah, you can get some good gains off of Pudgy Penguins and then get out, right? I don't know if it's actually going to do this, if it's actually going to hit this and then bounce all the way up to there to 0.014, but it looks good on paper, right? Everything looks good on paper, everything. But anyways, moving on from this, let's go to a higher time frame 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart here on Pudgy Penguins, it looks a little bit weird, to be honest. Like it's like at this weird equilibrium place, but it hasn't quite yet bottomed out, right? Hasn't quite yet bottomed out with a long-term trend. Short-term trend down here, but hasn't really bottomed out. So yeah, it's a little bit mixed. So I still think that everything is bearish, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, like I was saying before, I'm preparing for a pullback to 0.009. Which would be down here. And again, double bottoms are bullish patterns here. Double bottoms are bullish. If this is a double bottom, that's probably because a Bitcoin might have been a double bottom as well. So we're seeing if Bitcoin does a double bottom, and if Bitcoin does and continues to break out from there, then that is super bullish for everything else. But it's only bullish till Bitcoin gets to 109K. Then if it's rejected at 109K, then that's when we become bearish, because those were the highs of the previous run. So if we get rejected at those levels, at 109K, then we're bearish. And yeah, if we go below 74K, we're super bearish on Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's definitely going to affect Pudgy Penguins. So we'll see if Pudgy Penguins gets that double bottom based off of the Bitcoin analysis. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today, though. So hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.